Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be 100 facts about me. Nobody asked for it, but I was feeling a little bit lazy today and I thought this would be a nice casual video where I can just sit down and talk to you guys. So these are genuine facts. They're not just like how tall I am, how much I weigh. These are proper facts about my life, and if you have any questions then please don't be afraid to ask me. I will just jump straight into it. So my teeth look like this from smoking. Basically the way my mouth is shaped and the way that I smoke stains my teeth, and the only real way to get rid of it is by not smoking. I started smoking when I was 14. I have been skydiving. I jumped from 9,500 feet. It was amazing. I currently have 41 spiders in my room. This is just a little clip of the corner above my bed. It's not all of them, but a lot of them are in this one spot. They're completely harmless, but they still kind of creep me out. I have smoked weed every day consecutively for the last 3.5 years. It kind of started off as recreational and now it's just a habit that I can't stop. I really love drawing and tracing and colouring and anything artsy like that. All of the pets that I've ever owned in my life have now passed away. I went to a Catholic primary school. My religion is Omanism, so basically there's truth and lies in all religions and beliefs, and I choose what I believe to be true, and that is my faith. My first job was in a sex shop, bootsandallonline.co.nz, you can check it out. Basically I sold adult toys and bongs and blunts and just all sorts of R18 products. My dad actually owns it. I have only had 2 jobs, that one and the petrol station I worked at, which I actually got fired from, and that's a whole different story, so I won't go there. I have the same password for everything. I have never been on a train. I just wanted to elaborate on my pinky a little bit more. In my last video I mentioned how it's a little bit shorter, so basically what happened was I was leaning on the door frame to put my shoes on, and my pinky was in between the door and the frame, and my sister slammed the door and it took my finger clean off. I have this chip in my nose, you can't see it but I can feel it, and basically I was standing behind somebody who went to pass me something and got collected in the face with their elbow. I was raised by my dad. It was pretty much just he and I at home. I only went to 2 schools, my primary school and college, and I only went to college for about 3 years. When I was at college I snuck out to go get high one day and it was laced with fly spray, and I ended up going back to school and passing out. I crashed a car the first time I drove and wrote it off. I don't drive anymore. I did 3 years of hairdressing and I'm semi-qualified. I played with dolls until I was like 14 years old, and I'm still really obsessed with like Disney princesses and Disney movies. I don't like seafood. I don't like the ocean taste that it all has, and I can't eat leftovers because I think that's just gross. And I don't really like meat except for bacon. I'm not a vegetarian, I just don't like how it tastes. The spot on my head is not a birthmark. It just sort of randomly turned up one day when I was like 1 and hasn't left me alone. When I was 2, I fell face forward out of my pram and knocked all of my front teeth up into my gums. I got my ears pierced when I was 2. I can't dance to save my life. I can't really swim without blocking my nose. I can't wear fake jewellery because it gives me a rash. It has to be sterling silver. I have been in an abusive relationship before where he beat me up, and I got out of that after 6 months, but I have a resulting back injury and it's been 7 years and I still have problems with it. I have been to counselling on 4 separate occasions. I can do this, and I don't know how I learned how to do it. I just did it one day. I saw it in a video and tried to recreate it, and this is what I came up with. This is my best party trick. I broke my leg when I was 6. I broke both the bones in my shin and had a cast going from my toes to my thigh. I have a really weird wisdom tooth. It's the only one I have left and it's growing this way rather than this way. I get really anxious around like people in general, and I overthink everything. I'm still afraid of the dark. I like horror movies but not ones with ghosts in them, otherwise I will be really scared of the dark. Whenever I'm concentrating, like drawing or anything like that, I hold my breath, and sometimes I have to remind myself to breathe. I'm pretty much an emotional sponge. Whatever you're feeling, I'll feel. I used to be kind of addicted to painkillers. I'm definitely still addicted to caffeine. I like hot coffee and I like iced coffee, but I won't drink cold coffee. I won't drink room temperature coffee or microwaved. I used to bite my fingernails right down. These are my real nails. I grew them myself. I used to pick at my lips, I still sometimes do, and the skin around my fingers when I get nervous. I can't wear a bra because I get this pain in my ribs and my back, and it lasts for a couple hours even after I take the bra off, and it's really crippling, and the only thing that works is taking painkillers, which I try to avoid, so it's easier to just not wear a bra. That is the only thing that I'm self-conscious about, my itty bitties. I don't really drink. I'm scared of injections, like blood tests. They are not the same as tattoos. I don't like being cold, but for some reason my feet are always freezing cold. My favourite food is naan bases with pesto and cheese on top, grilled in the oven. I had my head shaved down to a number 1 cut and still had my fringe, and I hated it. I'll never do it again. My dream job is to be a mother. I'm kind of scared of cats. I don't know why. I think it's their claws, but I can't handle them being on me. I went to my nana and granddad's every Friday for about 20 years. When I was there, I used to crush up flower petals with water and sell it to people as perfume. I also used to sit under the clothes horse and get nana and granddad to bring me bread and water and pretend I was in jail. When I was little, my granddad would ask me if I could say Emma, and I would be like, oh, me. So he nicknamed me Mimi, and that stuck for my entire life. I have a DVD of Christmas 2004 where 3 of the people that are in it have passed away now, so that DVD is priceless. I have never spent Christmas in just one place because my parents aren't together. I always end up in different houses on Christmas Day. I have never been stung by a bee. When I was in college, a friend ran up behind me and knocked me ass over tit, and I took all the skin off my knees. I really love being alone. I have a 6-foot tall teddy bear who doesn't have a name, but he is awesome. I always make wishes on 11/11. I pray a lot. This isn't really a fact about me, but whenever I sit down and think about the way that our brain works and how it actually functions, it blows my freaking mind. I have deja vu a lot. Like a lot. It's kind of scary. I am obsessed with the sky. Like if you think about it, the moment you look at the sky, it's going to change. And you will never see the sky the way you saw it in that moment ever again. It will never look the same. And I think that's really cool. I have had asthma and croup since I was little. I get croup every year that I get sick. It's basically just a really nasty cough, and I think I'm going to have to live with that for the rest of my life. I have grown up around classic cars. My dad was really into them, and he had a few when I was younger, so I am into cars because of him. I used to like gymnastics when I was younger. I only ever did the splits once though because my sister pushed my head down. I'm actually really quiet in person. I love mornings and I love how eerie they feel, but for some reason I'm never asleep before 3 a.m, so I always sleep in and completely miss the morning. I love playing Sudoku or Samurai Sudoku. I don't really watch TV, but if I find a show that I like, I'll binge watch it. Like I watched the first 65 episodes of Orange is the New Black in 3 days. I don't really have a favourite colour. They all sort of represent different feelings and different things to me, so I like all of them. I have never been camping. All of my best friends live in different countries. I see my week in colours. I know that sounds really strange and I don't know why I do it, but like every day has a different colour in my mind, like a calendar but coloured. And like that's kind of like just a random thing that I do, but I don't know why I do that. Does anyone else do that? If you do, comment down below, let me know. I sleep talk a lot, like full conversations, and I have really vivid dreams like all the time. I was going to be named Gemma when I was younger, but another girl was born at the same time as me who got called Gemma, so my mum dropped the G and called me Emma. And my name is actually Emma Megan, it's hyphenated, and so is my last name, so I don't actually have a middle name. My favourite animal is an octopus. I almost died when I got my Jadel rods put in. I had them for about 2.5 years and they made me lose my appetite, and I just stopped eating and started losing too much weight. And yeah, they almost killed me, so I got them taken out. Pretty much all of my clothes are second hand. I almost passed out when I got my tongue pierced. That was about 3 years ago. I had it for ages and I've just recently taken it out. The one time I did faint was in the supermarket, and I think I just got too hot and basically just blacked out, like straight out, and woke up a couple metres away facing the other direction on my knees, and I have no idea how I got there. I can pronounce the longest word in Māori, which is a street name. Tō matawhakitanga hanga kua otomatia turupakaka piku mga horonuku poka whenua ki tāna tahu. I have a crystal collection. Most of these I got off my granddad recently. This crystal wand. This is diamond, ruby, amethyst and silver. I pierced my lips and my nose myself with a safety pin when I was younger, and I think I had the nose one for a wee while and then just took them all out. I used to take guitar lessons. I can play a couple songs. My last fact for you guys is that I would read a book about my life to the end, just to see what happens. So there you go, that was my 100 facts about myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see any storytime videos on any of the things that I mentioned, then also let me know. I think I might do one on the contraception because I think that's really important and I might actually be able to help someone. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.